All right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We're visiting this morning. I'm very happy to say with Sara Anderson. She is an absolutely delightful lady. Uh, can't say enough good things about her because I only rent a room in a mobile home. So it's not enough room here to say it all. But so Sara, a couple things, if I may. One of them is while I'm taping you on Zoom, I'm taping you on Zoom where your face appears and my face appears and such. But also, I'm taping in another way on a different phone. And I'm taping through what's called Samsung's Galaxy.
Okay.
And in that video, it shows my face, which my therapist is trying to get me to not put the word ugly in that sentence. Uh, and it has my face and my voice and your voice.
Okay.
But there are advantages to doing both, and there are advantages to each one. I can deploy the Samsung stuff much faster. Like I can get it out into the world faster than I can get the Zooms out in the world. So they'll both go out. They'll just go out at different times. So, would you like to introduce yourself there, Ms. Anderson, to our uh, estimated 211 million viewers or potential
Sure.
viewers?
I'd be happy to. So thank you very much, Mark. I appreciate you having me on your Zoom and your phone. I
Yeah.
am Sara Anderson. I am a nurse practitioner by training.
Right.
Um, I I became an RN 43 years ago, I think. And
She doesn't. Yeah. For those of you not seeing her face, and pardon me for plugging into the Jeffrey Epstein thing. She looks 14. I mean, she
oh,
doesn't. She doesn't look like she could be having done anything for 4.2 years, let alone 42 years.
he exaggerates. But I have been an RN for 43 years, and I have been a nurse practitioner for 23 of
Mm,
those years.
okay.
So I have worked in the emergency room. I did that for 30 years between being an RN and being a nurse practitioner. I love that. It fits well into my personality, but life kind of necessitated some changes and a little more reasonable schedule. So I worked in endocrinology for a number of years and found that fascinating as well. Um, but my passion is not allopathic Western medicine. My passion is holistic medicine, where you
Okay.
actually make the person better. I certainly,
Imagine that.
right.
That concept.
I certainly know how to put a band-aid on things, but and give a pill, but I don't want to do that. I want to see people actually improve, whether that is through their lifestyle or using some modalities that are not traditional Western
Mhm,
medicine.
mhm.
So that's where my passion lies. So
Okay. Well, I hope we have you on for a lot of shows because now that I'm an older person with so many disabilities and aches and pains, I'm much more motivated to learn about health.
right.
Back in
It,
the day when I was young and smoking 2 packs a day, and
mhm.
I could give a flying, you know what? So
I've I've had a lot of people tell me if I had realized I was going to live this long, I would have taken better care of
yeah.
myself.
Oh, I was sure I was going to die really young, really, really. So what of all the things that you know and would like to share, where do you think is a good place to start with our audience?
Well, I think, wow, there are so many things. There's lifestyle, there's, which includes exercise and eating and all of those important things. But I think I want to start with something outside of ourselves. And I want to do that because there's so many people who are suffering so much, whether that's with pain, emotionally suffering, whether that's, you know, diseases, we'll call those symptoms that allopathy treats, and calls diseases. So I would like to start that. So,
I'm having, oh God Almighty! All right, go ahead.
so what I want to talk to you guys about today is a patch, and you guys can see this.
Okay,
I
okay.
think it
We
is
know.
It is about the size of a quarter, not quite as big as a $50 for those of you who remember $50. And
Yes,
or
the
there are
John F.
Susan B. Anthony
Kennedy
dollars too.
50-cent piece. So
So it,
I'm gonna help you cut to the chase through this because I'd like to get as much done today as I can,
sure,
if I
mhm,
may. The patch thing, you wear it like I think one in the morning and one at night or something. It's
you
got
can.
stem cell. It's a
Stem cell
stem cell.
activation. That's what our
All
patent says. We wake up your reparative cells that are dormant, and you wear it for 12 hours and take it off and throw it away. The next day, you put another one
Okay,
on.
okay, and
There are
it's
some patches you can wear at night, but this particular one, the X39, you wear during the day.
so you have more than one patch.
I
The
do.
X39 is the basic starter patch.
Correct. Everybody needs that
All
because
right. Now then, some people also get an additional patch.
yes, they do. And the longer people use them, the more they want to try different ones because they're so impressed with how they do. But there are actually 12 different patches.
All
The
right.
one that is really now the X39 is super cool, but the one that I find that is super fun to use on people, just as you just meet them and they're hobbling around, you say, I have a patch, can I put it on you? And it's called Ice Wave, and within a few seconds they are feeling better because it breaks the pain cycle, the signal. It works on the polarity of the body, and so you use two patches and it breaks that signal, so the pain signal is not transmitted any longer, and people get almost immediate relief. It's fascinating. Now, it doesn't cure anything, but it makes you feel better as if you were taking a Tylenol or an Advil, but you're not taking any pills and nothing's going into your body. So it's fascinating. That's what's really
Oh,
fun to watch people go, oh my
oh,
gosh, I feel so much better.
well, Sarah, I'm gonna have to be I'm gonna have to sometimes be the host of the show, not just president of the Sarah Anderson fan club. Uh,
I mind having a fan club.
well, you are you're not in a fan club, girlfriend. You're the fan of the fan club.
Oh,
We have a pedestal. You're on it. No, but
nah.
seriously, what in God's name does all this stuff cost? I mean,
Okay. So you go and it's not terribly unreasonable. You go and get stem cell injections. They're like $5,000 or $10,000. Who knows? So that the X39 patch itself is wholesale $100 a month. The benefits I have seen on people, I would pay a whole lot more than that. I'd get another job if I had to, just so I could have it on my husband because it's helped him so much. So, $5 a day, I mean, excuse me, $3 a day for the X39. The supportive patches, which include the Ice Wave and some others, wholesaler $2 a day. So If you use the X39 and the Eon, say $5 a day, less than Starbucks, that's for sure.
Well, okay. Uh, yeah. All right. Though, I don't know what to say at this point. That is a good price for those of us that don't have any money. $5 is still $5, but
Absolutely, absolutely. So there is an option though, so that for those people who right don't have 5 extra bucks to spend a day, you can also get, compensated for, if you want to say selling. I don't sell. I share information that is beneficial to people. I'm not a salesman. Even in my allopathic medicine world, I don't sell. I'm like, here's
well,
what.
that's what I tell people too. I'm such a terrible. I have products and I sell about two. I make about two sales a year, I think.
Well, I just like to share what helps. So you can certainly make a lot of money if you want to work it as a business. If you don't want to work it as a business, then that's entirely up to you. But
Well,
um,
tell us about how it works. What's starter fee? Is there a fast start school? I've
so
been down this road about 42,000 times, so probably a
the
fast start school. There's probably a starter kit that costs so much, and then there's
okay,
uplines and downlines and conferences to go to, and
so let me tell you the scoop. Um, if somebody's interested in you doing it as a business, um, or even if they're not, they want to get the wholesale price. The best thing to do is buy 2 months worth of it initially. Um, 2 months worth of X39 and Eon, which I would always suggest using together, or 3 months worth of the X39. And that is $299 plus tax and shipping. So like $318 or something. After that, you don't have any requirements to buy anything. If you like it, you want to keep using it, great. If you're going to do it as a business, um, you do need to get an X39, equivalent a month if you want to do it as a business and stay active to do that. But there are no huge requirements. You don't have to go to any conferences. Now I'm going to one in October, which I'm super excited to go to. Because the inventor is just
yeah,
crazy amazing.
no, it's
Plus, Elton John's going to be
yeah.
there. Oh, I want to
Well,
hear Elton John too. So, but at any rate, so not terribly unreasonable at all. But
so
you
let me. You don't mind that I'm not just that I do that I'm
interjecting? No, not
interjecting.
at all.
Okay, so 319 is what I'm hearing
Hmm.
for.
And that will give somebody either 2 months of X39 and 2 months of Eon, which is spelled AEON, or 3 months of the X39. I personally recommend using the two different patches because they
Okay,
work synergistically.
does that 319 also get you into the
Yes,
I'm a person who runs
yes,
has this business.
yes, absolutely.
And how does it do
It,
that? You send the check and you say,
you
I
do it
want this.
online. Like I would, excuse me, what happens is somebody will tell me, sure, I want to do that. And I will enroll them. They will give me their name, address, phone number, birth date, email, and credit card they want to use. And then I will put it through. I will send them their information. I don't keep all of their credit card information. Even if
Right.
I did, I'm ridiculously honest, but that's not the point. Um,
Right.
and then you have your own personal little website. You then can share the information, but what you could do then is you tell me, hey, Sarah, Can you talk to Steve? Because I told Steve about it and I don't know anything about it. Can you
Right,
talk to
right,
Steve?
right,
And then I
right.
put Steve on with you so that then you are getting the benefits of Steve's business and his wanting to either use the patches just personally or grow a business.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, okay, so you'll participate in some downline
Absolutely.
meetings
Of
initially to get us
course.
to teach
Of
us how
course.
to do it. Uh,
Absolutely.
I'm forgetting so many things, and it's not just one thing; it's a bunch of things.
Ask. Well, when you
Um,
pop into your head, just ask.
the 319. Let me 319. Okay, then we talk to someone. Let's say Steve. Uh, if now Steve, let's say let's have two scenarios. Let's say Steve buys retail. He buys the X39 retail.
Hmm. So
That isn't much.
he buys it retail. The X39 is 150 instead of
Okay,
100.
good. Now the some of that's profit for you and me. So
Well, if you sell
what?
it to him directly, it's $50 of profits right there for you. If he wants to,
Let me go a little slower. So
okay.
Steve bought the 150 retail,
Hmm.
and I, as his immediate supplier, get $50.
Correct.
You must have gotten something out of it.
I will get it changes depending upon where you are, but I would get volume on my
You get
business side.
points or what?
Basically, business volume points, basically.
So
Hmm.
once your downline people sell this much, then you get uh,
Percentage, basically.
a stipend from the company or something.
Right. So, um, currently I can get 20% like on my, what I refer to as my
All right.
child, and
All
then
right.
20.
All right. So Steve buys the 150 as a retail. I get 50. How does he get, who gets him his product?
The company sends it to him.
Automatically.
Well, yeah, we tell the
Sort of
company to,
automatically.
correct. Now,
Now, does he sign up for a certain number of months, or is he allowed as a retail customer to go month to month?
as a retail customer, he can go month to month. If he wants to be a preferred customer, then he signs up for an auto ship every month. If he wants to be what's referred to as a brand partner who may want to build a business, then you can sign up for auto ship if you choose, but you are not required to. That's
So
entirely up to you.
so that's three ways to interact with this.
Yes. Yes, that's
Because
correct.
all right, so way number one, he buys it at 150. He's allowed to be month to month, you said in scenario number one.
Yes.
So he's not on auto pay. So is he going to reorder every month in
Right.
scenario number one?
He can reorder every month. He can just say, hey, I want more patches, and he can
Can
either
he
go on his,
reorder? Can he reorder like online on your
yes,
site or something
he he
himself?
he can, absolutely.
All right, and then in scenario number two, he becomes what's called a preferred customer, where he'll autofill,
Correct.
and he gets what, a discount or something,
Yes, he does. He gets the wholesale pricing.
which is the 100.
Yes.
Okay, now if he gets the 100, then what do I get in that scenario?
You get business volume again and a commission, but you get business volume also.
Now, when you say business volume, what do you mean? Points, or what do you mean? I'm calling it points because I was in
Well, points is a
Amway
points.
literally 8 times. So what does it mean?
It's actually currently it's dollars that your team accrues. They are changing it, and I think they're going to actually change it to points. But
Yeah, yeah, I've seen a lot of
currently,
these companies come and go.
well, LifeWave's been
So
around for over 20 years, so
I'm not gonna get money right then. I'm going to get possibly money in the future.
You can get money every week. So if
No, in this scenario right here, with him being a preferred customer.
with him being a preferred customer, if he is your only customer and he orders every month, you will get something every month. But it might not be much, but will get something every
Well, the
month.
something is what? It's money or it's points or what?
Money. Like you
And
may
what?
get $50 a month if you have people who are reordering, but they're not reordering very much. So it can be as little as nothing, or it can be thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars.
Well, but it could be nothing, right? You don't mind
Right.
me. Okay. I've been through this a lot of times on
And
this.
you
So I'm
ask me
trying to,
anything.
so I might get nothing. I might get lots and lots of money and be so rich and
Right.
yeah, yeah, that really
You might.
happened. All
So,
right. So let's go ahead.
no, that's okay. So those are the three different ways of getting the products. So if somebody sells it, like I've had kind of a crazy life the last year and have not worked the business as much as I should. And so some weeks I make $50 a week, some weeks I make, quite a bit more than that. And there have been a couple of weeks when I've done nothing and nobody on my team has done anything, and I didn't get anything that week.
Good. Well, that's honest. It's
Of course.
I've been
I
through
will
this.
always be honest.
Well, but everybody who's dishonest says very sincerely, I will always be honest. So,
That's true, but
all right. So I'm gonna, is it okay if I want to learn this enough to know I don't have money. So for me to spend $300 or $400 when I'm $600 behind in the rent, when I owe $10,000 in medical, when I can't afford food, it's a stretch, a
sure,
serious goddamn stretch. Okay.
sure,
So may I do a couple things here, given that I have a learning disability and all the rest of it?
sure, of
All right.
course.
So here's what I'm going to do. I got you on Zoom.
Mhm.
I have you on two other phones, and they need to be shorter time periods in Zoom. So I'm going to swap one of them out, meaning I'm going to turn it off and on. It'll reset a new show. And after I do that, I'm going to start at the beginning of the Steve is a retail, Steve is a preferred, Steve is a
Okay.
owner, and try to go through this again to where I can understand it. Is that okay, honey?
Of
I
course
didn't
it
mean
is.
to be as forward, but if I don't do it this way, I'm going to leave this show meeting with, well, I would have done it if I could have understood it, you know.
Right.
This morning I was so sick, I literally went to Gemini. I don't know if you know what Gemini is.
No.
It's AI.
Okay.
I went to Gemini and I said, would you please put up on your face a clock so that I can see the time of day? That's where I was at this morning. I didn't know. I thought maybe I was human. I wasn't quite sure. I wanted to know if I was on Earth. I'd heard that Earth has this thing called time, which which
Right.
apparently they really believe in over there. Those Earthlings don't even go there seriously.
Oh,
So yeah. All right. So
okay.
I'm resetting the two Galaxy programs because they work better if they're shorter versions.
Okay, sure.
All right. So folks, and I'm gonna voice only because the Galaxies are now new shows. So, folks, we're talking with Sarah Anderson about her, what I will temporarily call her X39 business. Since, and my audience knows I'm disabled and stuff. Okay, so we're talking three scenarios. We have a fictitious customer named Steve.
Right,
In one scenario, Steve is a regular old retail customer.
correct,
He buys the X39 for 150, which is
correct.
the retail price. And the person who is his supplier in the business,
It's a
let's say
$50 commission.
it's a $50 commission. When do they get it? Like Steve buys, some companies like TikTok pay you 6 weeks after a
Oh, no,
purchase.
no, no, no. It's, you get paid every week. So it's, and I can't say, that I can tell you the
Same
week
week. It
ends
might
on
be 2 weeks.
Saturday night. You don't get it that next Monday. It's like the Monday following. It's about a
So
week and a half later.
not more than maybe 10 days. You get paid within
Correct,
10 days for that purchase. And will
correct.
they pay you will they pay you on one purchase, or do they say a lot of companies now are saying, well, you have to earn at least $500 before we'll pay.
Nope. You get paid on each purchase,
All right, each purchase, that's
however
good.
many purchases there were. So you don't get, um, you know, 8 different checks that week.
No, you
They
get
add it
one
all
check
together
for
and you
all
get that total.
purchases in
Mhm.
that period. Okay. All right.
Absolutely.
So now we have Steve as a preferred customer, which means that Steve opted into autofill or
Auto ship, right?
all right.
And
So then we get what?
and
0
so
to something.
then he gets the X39 for $100 instead of 150, and then
Right.
every month you get $20 for every time he gets his shipment of X39. You get $20.
So I'll get $20 a month for him doing that.
Right, because he's ordering once a month. And you get that for every Steve you have.
All right. Okay. So then good. Okay. And this is, I'm not going to confuse myself with. All right. Now, if Steve decides, okay, I want to be a member, I want to be a business
Mhm.
owner, how does that slowly tell us how that plays out?
Okay. And that's where it gets a little more confusing on my mind because I've just never been in this world before this. So initially, you as Steve's supplier, we'll call you that. Sounds like we're doing a drug deal. As Steve's supplier,
I'm now his
upline.
upline.
Okay, as his upline, we'll use the right term. As his upline, when he enrolls, then you get what they refer to as a product introductory bonus. Um, and so you will get that. And then
Well, how much is it?
that is now, I believe, 35. It was
So
50, but
Steve is going to send the company a check for 319, right?
right.
To get in.
And well, and that will also get him his patches for two months if he does the X39 and the Eon.
But he will send a check for 319,
Right.
and
He'll
that's
send it.
him
Yeah.
getting in.
Right.
That's him getting in for 2 months.
Well, he'll be in forever, but that's him getting his first 2 months worth of patches. Um,
Well, it keeps him active for 2 months.
it keeps him active for 2 months. That's correct. Now, after that, if he does not reorder, then he will be inactive, but he doesn't get kicked out. To become active again, he makes another purchase. But if
Another
he wants,
319 per two
no,
months.
well, I mean, it could be that, yes, but it doesn't have to be that. So it can be one X39 and one Eon every month, or it can be he can buy a bigger, more quantity
Let's go
and
with the
stay.
minimum. What is the minimum that he could buy to stay an active owner?
Um, Active is one X39 a month.
Which is how much?
Checking is 110 volume per month. I'm reading because they've also changed it.
Yeah.
110 generated minimum 110 for 2 months. I would say, I know here I'm being kind of confusing. I would say to be on the safe side, do an X39 and an Eon every month. And he will stay active and be able to get all of the commissions and everything that he may earn.
So how much is that X39 and Eon per month?
150.
Okay, and he buys that per month. He doesn't do the 319 for 2 months.
Right. Now, they do have, correct, they do have some packages, like the
What?
319 is a package. So they have a package, and then you can buy that one, and that's a little bit better deal. Then they have another package, and that's a little bit better deal than just straight up buying them wholesale. And then they have another package. So there are different packages you can buy if you choose to. And if Steve decides, okay, I'm going to initially buy the core, which is $295 plus the tax and shipping, then you, as his upline, would get $35 as the product introductory bonus. Then next, in a couple of months, he wants to buy some more patches. Then he would, I think it's 265, I believe. He would get another 2 months of each, and then you would get another $35 product introductory bonus. If straight out of the gate, Steve says, I want more than 2 months worth, I want to buy, I want to pay $535, then you get a $75 product introductory bonus, but he also gets more products. He could get the equivalent of 6X39, or he could divide that into X39 and Eon together, depending
Oh,
on
all right.
what he wants to
Okay.
do.
All right. All right. Well, I think we know the remuneration part. Give us some of the, I mean, don't go too crazy, but give us some of the benefits of, in addition to the money, you're getting a client, you're a retail, you get something for it, you the owner. We as owners get what else? Do we get like a weekly online booster meeting, or do we get
Oh, absolutely.
emails, or what do we get that are, what are the
You
most
get
common things we get?
emails pretty much weekly just from the company. Now they don't inundate you and ruin your inbox, but you
That's
do
kind of
get
like
that.
updates and stuff,
You
yeah.
get updates. You get they have monthly trainings. Every Wednesday they have a training. It's either on the product or on the business.
Okay,
So every other
how
week.
long is the training,
It's an hour long, and it's
when, what time of day is it?
Wednesdays at 2 p.m. Eastern.
Okay, all right.
And so one Wednesday you will get product training. The following Wednesday you would get business training. Then the next week it goes back. So
So it's
that's
product business, it's a toggle switch, product
correct.
business, product business.
Correct. So
All
those
right,
are every Wednesdays. Then
okay.
you get you're up, there are trainings every day, basically. If you wanted to get on a training every day, you
For a
could.
certain level, I mean,
No,
for
no,
uplines only, or
no, anybody,
do the
anybody.
trainings go to a YouTube that could be looked at later?
Yes, the vast majority of them, yes. There are some trainings they'll do specifically for a
Live
certain
only,
group,
live
and
only.
but 90+% of them are available online for later viewing.
All right. And then Do you have a sense? I know you haven't been in these MLMs too often, but do you have a sense of what the upline structure looks like? I mean, you'd be
Yes,
my upline, I'm their upline.
yes.
Can you
In
say anything
terms
about
of,
structure?
so currently, and again, they're working on changing it, and
Yeah,
that's a
they
whole other
no, these
conversation.
companies will every few years
So
change everything, which is code for we reduce your percentages and we increase the
it's
number of points you have to do and
except actually that's not what they're doing. They
Mhm.
are they're trying to make it more equitable for people who are just starting out so that they actually earn more so that there's more,
more
encouragement
encouraged to
there.
stay. Yeah. So
So
tell me
you
about
start
whatever
out as
you
a
know about the upline structure so far.
brand partner if you want to do the business. You
So the
start out as
first
a
level business owner is called a brand partner.
correct. And you are always a brand partner, but it's what level you are. And then if you can become a manager. That's
You
the
get what, five brand partners or something?
four, basically, four brand partners. It's a
You become
binary
a sales
system.
manager, it's called.
It's just called manager. And that's if you have, it's a binary system. So you have two people on your left to purchase that initial $300 thing, and then two people on your right. Then you have that, then you are a manager. And
Okay.
then after being a manager, then you become a director.
That's
And
with five managers or something.
a director is you have a man, then a director is you have a manager on your left and a manager on your right.
Okay, you're using this right and left. What does that mean, right and left?
So you have, so in some companies, apparently you have a bunch of different people all the way out. You have to build your business. This is you have two lines of business basically, and you
Okay.
put people on one line, they call them legs, on one leg or
Yeah.
on the other
But
leg.
you only have two legs.
Right, you have two legs, correct, and you build those two legs. Now you
Okay,
can
because
build more
some
if you want
companies
to.
used to allow like an unlimited number of legs.
You can have an unlimited number of legs, but um, for and you can do that, but
Hmm.
to the system is devised to build deeply rather than widely. So I could have you, I could have Steve, I could have John, I could have Paul, and they're all directly underneath me. And you and Steve do nothing with it, but Paul and John want to build like crazy. So, they're
Right.
building, but then you decide you want to also. So I can have more, as many people wide as I want, but I only need two.
Do you think the company thinks of it in terms of two legs, two legs, two legs?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
So, okay, so that was manager, and then director. And then to move up from director, you have senior director.
Okay.
And that's more, that's a director on each side. So manager,
All
you
right.
have just two people on each
Right.
side.
Right.
Director, you have two managers. Senior director, you have a director on each side. Then
Right.
you become an executive director, and that's more based on volume.
All right.
How much volume your team is earning each
All
week.
right. All right.
And
Good.
then you
So
have
then,
presidential and senior presidential.
I don't know. This is good. I mean, we're getting some good overview stuff here. So, uh, glad I've been through this before. So now let's talk about pitches.
Sure.
When I was in Amway, we could buy very inexpensively. This was 20,000 years ago. We could buy little tapes. They weren't the 8 track, they were the littler ones, motivational tapes. And I had a rule: I didn't start the car unless the tape was in the tape player. So we had tapes we could listen to that were motivational and such. Do you guys have anything online, or do you have somebody come over and shoot heroin into us, or how do you keep us motivated? Or is it kind of like you could say the company's been around 20 years? They probably have developed some motivational system by now.
They have, though there are also your uplines. If you have a good upline who plugs you into things, then that's helpful. Like my upline sends out a weekly email to everybody with everything that's going on, and then she has Zoom calls throughout the week that you can get on. And once a week there is a business training to get on, and then several times per week there are guest Zooms for people to invite their guests to learn about LifeWave and their products. So there are those, but then there are lots of the YouTubes out there that are all recorded so that you can put those on and listen. And that's what I generally do, whether I'm listening to the inventor talk about a product or whether I'm listening to one of the recorded business trainings or just listening to another business training by somebody else who is saying, hey, do these things. Here's what I did, encouraging that way.
So when we're out there as a new brand partner
Mm-hmm,
promoting our business,
mm-hmm.
do we have any video products that we can share with the public? Like, here's a video where
Yes. Yes.
um,
Life.
John John Smith, who used to be a neurosurgeon, talks
Yes.
about why he got in the business,
Yes. There are over 3,000 of those available.
and they're on YouTube, or where are they?
They're on YouTube. You can go and search and get, okay, so like Dr. Stacy, Drstaci, on YouTube. She has her YouTube channel. All of her YouTubes where she interviews people are there. So you can look up like Dr. John Harmon or Don Harmon and John Verholst. He's another doctor, and they will be talking either about their experience with it, why they got into it, or Dr. Marco, shoot, his last name escapes my brain. He's a
Well, no, it's
cardiologist
nice. It's
here.
nice that there are doctors there.
Yes, so
Do
you
we
can get
have the
on and listen to
story?
him.
Do we have the origin story of the company and the original research and the
The
do we have the story about who started it and why? And
Yes, and a lot of those are available. There's actually an app, LifeWave In Touch app, and you can go on there. Like I could right now go on and I could send you a little video on there about how LifeWave got started, and you would get it
okay,
in your email or your text, and you
and
can
how
do
much?
that to
What's
anybody.
is there a purchase price for all that?
No, it's
That stuff is
all
all free.
it's all
A lot of
included.
companies make extra money doing that to the point where
Nope.
people begin to think that, well, you're really just in the business of selling me these sales products rather than
No.
products.
No, LifeWave is actually, I'm really impressed with LifeWave and with the owner. I never thought that I would be involved with any kind of sales, or an MLM. I had never had experience with one, didn't think I wanted to, but I decided I wanted to share it when I saw how much it helped my husband in particular. So but I've been really impressed with how they do things. Their heart is definitely more about taking care of people and helping people improve and get better than it is about money. And of course, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that every single person has that attitude, because everybody is not the same, and
Well,
there are
don't
some
worry. Now,
people
I,
that are different than others.
all right. So, in terms of world coverage, what countries are we in or not in?
81, 82 different countries. I cannot name them all, but
No,
82
but
different countries.
I could sell products in any one of those 82 countries.
Right,
I'm
that's
not
correct.
restricted to certain regions of the world or.
Those 82 countries is where you're restricted.
All right. Well, well, no, you're saying I'm not restricted inside those 82 countries.
Oh,
Like
correct. That's
if I
correct.
meet some guy from Mozambique and he wants to buy it and Mozambique's on the list, then we're
Correct.
good.
Correct.
All right. All right. I'm going to wrap this now, my dear.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've been talking with Sara Anderson, who has been an NP, has been a nurse. She's seems like this company. And what's the name of the company again?
Life Wave. Life Wave.
Seems like LifeWave does attract a lot of doctors and NPs, which I used to know what NP means.
Nurse practitioner.
There we go. I had a lovely nurse practitioner in the last county I lived in as my doctor because the
Mhm.
county couldn't afford another doctor. So, all right. So, folks, if you want to learn more at this point, I would just say, Sara, give us your contact information again. I don't remember. You might remind
Absolutely.
her that came in through me so that I can curry favor for when I get in.
Absolutely. So my name is Sara Anderson. My email is Sara, Sara, at livelife-well.com. I will put it in the chat for you, Mark. Livelifewell.com. My That's easy to get me that way. If you want to text
Yeah.
me, you can text me as well. My phone number is 813-766-4371. If you're gonna,
Okay.
so if you're gonna text me, text
Yeah.
me who it is, what it's about. Because we all get these random weird texts, your toll violations on the expressway. But
Well,
Sara at livelife-well.com, and you have my phone number, and I'd be delighted to answer any questions. And please do mention that you heard this through Mark's website or podcast.
okay. And then the other thing I'm going to say, just as something or other, uh, I get pitches like this at this level. I mean, I know everybody thinks their company is the best company that ever got created, ever. But just so you know, I get pitches like this almost every single day, 6 days a week at this level, where the person comes on and says, I gave birth to twins. They died in like 5 days, but I got this product and they came back to life, and they both grew up to be president of the United States and at the same time, and they both won the Nobel Prize, and it's all because I, you know, signed up for this product. So just know, and everybody wants three, four, five, six, $800 to start. So please know, Sara, as much as I care about you, that I'm under a lot of pressure yesterday, today, and tomorrow from everybody, whether it's Legal Shield or the other patches. There's other patches out there. Uh, people that sell cocaine in a can. Everybody wants me. It's an easy mark to come on my show for free, and they go, "Well, I'll turn this guy." So he'll use his podcast to make me some more money. So I like what you're doing. I like it better than most. I sure as hell don't have the 319. And if I can put it together to do it, I will. And if I can't, you're always welcome to come on the show. You're coming on tomorrow anyway, right?
Yes, I think we are 11 or
So
12. I don't know. We'll talk.
and think about, what you want to say, because these people will have seen this by tomorrow,
Okay.
by virtue of Samsung, not by virtue of Zoom, but they will have seen it. And so, in fact, they will have seen two shows because I cut this up into two pieces on the Samsungs. So by tomorrow, tell us something more, that you've been in the business now for what, more than 4 minutes. So
Yes, I have.
I like the fact that you were an MP because the MP that I had in the last county was so delightful, and she was so much nicer than the doctors I have now in this
Mhm.
county.
Mhm.
So, all
I
right.
think
God
that's
bless you,
probably the
honey.
case. All right. Thank you. I
Thanks for
appreciate the
being
time.
on. We love you very much, and we'll look forward to
Thanks.
seeing you tomorrow, guys.
Sounds great. All right. Talk to you then.
God bless. Bye bye.
Thanks.
Yeah, bye bye.
Bye.
Go ahead and sign off, honey, because I'm going to run the. Thank you. All right, folks. I think it's a good deal, but then, like I say, there's lots of stuff out there. So, mm, mm, mm.